Morning, Flosstube. Welcome to Crafty Cottage Stitches. I'm Heather,
I'm Jeanette.
and today is Friday. We are filming this on Friday, December 18th, and we will be uploading it Saturday, December 19th for everybody to see.
And it's not morning, it's dark as night out there, raining, blustery, terrible. So
Good, whatever time of day it is.
Plans on putting it up in the morning. So
I do. This is a channel about cross stitching and quilting and sewing and crafting. And like my mom has said before, we typically will be recording these in the same room together. But because of lovely COVID, we're not currently doing that. We only live like 4 blocks away from each other, so it's kind of silly, but we're just doing Zoom.
For now.
Flosstubes for now. Yep, and it's actually going fine. And this is Ava.
I'm in my, oh, sorry, go ahead.
This is Ava.
She's our special guest star.
Kitty cat. Not with her eye right now, I don't know.
I kind of flipped the camera around, so I'm like pointing to the opposite side of my sewing room to tonight. I thought it would be something different.
Looks cute.
You can see my Christmas tree. So.
And I'm still shoved in the corner in my husband's office. All right.
So it's probably gonna be shorter. It's only been feels like a few days, but
well, it only has because it's Friday.
That's true. I have to work tomorrow out of town, so we couldn't get together in the morning. So this is gonna be what it has to be this week.
Yeah.
Okay, so get started.
You want to start with your FFO?
All right, so I have one FFO-ish, because I may add to it later. I'm not sure. But I've been working on All Hearts Come Home. Can you see that?
I hold it a little bit closer.
It's by Sub Rosa.
Super cute.
Such a pretty chart. Anyway, so I finished it and I got it all framed, and here it is.
Turned out so cute.
I got the frame from Hobby Lobby. It's just one of the frames that have an easel on the back. I think they have probably 100 different sizes there. I painted it white. I put some scrapbook paper on the background, and then I decided I needed to put something around it. So this is actually like, it's not rickrack, it's crocheted lace that kind of looks like rickrack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we can tell in person, but you know, on the phone, it'll probably look like it. So
right.
Yeah. I stuck some batting on sticky board, and then I laced. I like to lace. I feel like I have more control over it, and I can get the corners real tight. And glued it on there. So that's it. I got a little piece of twine to hang it. It's going to hang in my entryway. And I put this really pretty.
Ooh.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah,
Scrap of
really
paper
pretty
on the back. I know you don't have to finish the back. I really like to finish the back.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. So, and like I've said before, I have literally thousands of pieces.
You can scrapbook your house,
paper.
wallpaper.
So at least I get to see it on the back or nothing, but that's it. That's my All Hearts Come Home.
What color changes did you do on that?
There is not a single. I completely used my own colors. If anybody ever wants to know, just let me know. But yeah, I didn't have any of the colors, I don't think. So I changed them.
Do you want to tell them at least what the house is? Because that's the biggest.
The house is St. Bernard.
Oh, that's right.
Which used to be blue, but it's not now. When you order it, it's green. So heads up on that one. And it's cherry cobbler and seaweed. Those are kind of been my Christmas go-tos. I did the same thing. Did I do some other thing? I use those colors also. But I love seaweed. It is such a
Hollyberry Farm, maybe.
I know I did cherry cobbler and collards on that.
That's right.
But I really like it. I think it turned out pretty.
It's beautiful.
This was very prim, but now it kind of has more of a cottagey vibe, which is my house. So that's it.
The car alarm going off here. Sorry if you can hear that.
Yeah, actually you can.
Our neighbor's car alarm goes off all the time.
You're gonna hear the trees blow and stuff too, because I have my window open. It's not cold here. It's just stormy feeling. So, and you have a finish. That's right.
It's not fully finished because I don't quite know what I'm gonna do yet.
Oh, I did want to say one thing before you start though. I think I'm going to add, that's why I said it's kind of, I think right here, if I can find it, I think it'd be really pretty to add some holly with some buttons or something, but I don't have it and I probably won't do it this year, but I'll show it if I do find something. That was
Like a
that.
velvety holly, or
Yeah, that's what I'm looking, because I had that dark velvety kind.
I have some.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah,
you may
can
be
probably
seeing
take
that.
rid of. Yeah.
So,
Okay. And I have one finished this week. I finished last night, I think, the hands-on design Christmas Eve. Well, you can even tell that it's sparkly.
you can. I love it on that fabric too.
I
It's
do
really
too. I think it turned out really pretty. I changed all the colors except for this white on the bottom. And I will go ahead and post that on my Instagram with what I changed it to. And then I did petite treasure braid on the glittery snowy roof, and then the little dots in the trees. And that is such a pain to use. I didn't use any thread conditioner, though I hear that it does help a lot. I wanted to thank, I think her name's Lori. She emailed me on Instagram and she talked to me below in the comments about using a thread conditioner. And she just ordered, what did I tell you? What is it called? Red
gloss.
gloss. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thread gloss that she heard about. And I guess you can order that in different scents and people really like that. So I told her, let me know how that goes. I'm going to try the one that you have, which I think is, what is that? Thread Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try that.
It's old, but I'm sure it's fine.
Because I really like the way it looks. And part of the issue is probably that I used 2 strands. I think I could have got away with using 1, but at the same time, I kind of like the 2 strands because it's a snowy roof, so it looks a little bit
Kind of
puffier.
textural.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's beautiful.
but I would have gotten it done a lot faster if it wasn't glitter. That's for sure. But I love the way it turned out. I have a really cute, it's kind of like the frame you just finished with, but it's just like a small square one that I'm thinking about putting it in. What do you think?
Beautiful.
It's back a little bit more, and I think if I did it the same way you did, just white chalk paint distressed, it'd be pretty in there. But I don't know.
I think it'll be beautiful.
Because it's not really like my ornament style at all. So I think that'd be really pretty.
It looked pretty on my tree though.
Stitch it up. So that's my finish.
Beautiful.
And this is fabric that we dyed ourselves.
Was that an experimental one?
I think so. I think this is one of the old ones.
Looks good.
Should I go over my whips too?
Yes.
Okay.
I only have one whip. I haven't had much stitching time. I kind of work on call and they've been calling, so I have to go in and kicks my butt.
So my first whip is that Brenda Gervais that everybody's been doing. I mean, that's not an entire picture of it, but you've seen it. I actually started that again for the 3rd time last night on this fabric.
Oh, I like it on there.
I don't know.
Just keep going.
I'm having a crisis. And I think it's because of you and your fabric selection. I just
don't you blame that on me.
I picked all kinds of different colors for this.
I really like that red on there. That's really pretty.
Okay, maybe I will keep going. Not right now. I will finish it on this, but I've started it 3 times on 3 different pieces of fabric. I'm just not, it's not calling to me for some reason.
Well,
I think it's
you have other ones too. So
yeah, but there's just other ones that I really have wanted to do. And for some reason, I'm having a hard time on this. It's an easy one to get the border going when I'm watching TV. But then I'm like, meh. So we'll see on that. Also,
Maybe it's because everybody else is done and we aren't even
Yeah.
start. I
I
haven't
can
even
do it.
started it yet, but I'm not planning on it until July when I do some other Christmas stuff.
And
so.
that might be what I end up doing on this, because I have a couple that other ones that I started that I'm having a good time with and liking. So we'll see on that one. I might finish it on that. But then I feel like I also kind of want to save this fabric for something else that I know that well, let me tell you what I'm thinking. Because I've started something else. And this is actually one of my patterns. Have a Cup of Cheer. You can find that at my Etsy shop on White House Stitchery.
We're much more lively in the morning. I'm a morning person. I'm definitely not a later night person. That's for sure.
Well, I am, but like I actually made like a decent dinner tonight too, so I'm tired. So I started that.
Oh, that's cute. Is that on the other side of that fabric?
No, I want it to be though.
Oh, I like it on there though.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's perfect.
This is that fabric that I dyed.
I don't know. We need to start writing that down. That's an older
This is
one.
The one that I just dyed and had to fix.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it is. That I had dyed that was like that neon aqua color. And then the next morning I threw it in the taupe and pearl gray to fix it.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
And it's
No, I loved it on there.
okay. I thought it would be a little bit like cuter on this more blue color.
No.
No? Okay.
I like that. I like it a lot.
All right.
I mean, you can do what you want, but I really like it on there a lot. That red's perfect on there.
Okay. Anyways, that's why I'm going. It's really fun so far. I wanted to start with the cup. I actually have this started on a different piece of fabric even.
I have a problem.
A few weeks ago, I started the border part, but I really wanted to get the cup done because it's just so cute. So that's why I started it down below.
It's teeny tiny.
That's only half the cup.
Okay.
Half the bottom of the cup. It'll come up and be like the rest of it. Hopefully I gave myself enough room. If not, I'll just do it on other fabric. So that one you can find on my Etsy shop. And then, sorry, I have. Oh, here's another fabric that I did that Brenda Gervais on.
I do like it on there. Maybe I'll just take over that piece from you.
Maybe you should. This is just the regular raw. I also have it on the raw opalescent.
Oops, sorry.
Who would that be? I am not texting you.
No, it's really weird.
You want it on this one or the raw opalescent?
Maybe the opalescent.
Okay.
So I can just give it a shot
on that, but I don't know what yet. Okay. And then my next whip is, and I started this today. I actually started this and the Have a Cup of Cheer today because my mom had to work yesterday, and so I had to get a bunch of stuff done for our video tonight.
Oh, whatever.
This is the
I have to be able to afford the hauls like he put me in.
I know. This is the frosted pumpkin stitchery ho ho ho. That is so stinking cute.
It's so adorable. So adorable. Oh, woo. It's like a blue glow on my glasses.
I got this started on, this is a piece of 40 count linen that my mom dyed a couple weeks ago. And yes, I started it way too close to the top.
Even closer than I thought.
Well, I had folded it earlier just to check it.
Well, and it's barely, I found a really cute frame for that. So,
shh, don't tell him.
Luckily it's very tight. Well, I don't have it here and I have no idea where it is.
Oh, I know where mine is, but
the square is going to be it's going to go almost completely
almost
out.
to the edge, which is why But it's fine. I didn't realize it was going to be as small as it was because I just wasn't thinking when I started it. So I'm doing 1/1, and I've
One
changed.
over two. 1/2,
Oh yes,
right?
1/2. Sorry, 1/2. I've
That's what I
changed
said.
my
On
price
a
color
40
on this
count?
one too. This is my first time on a 40 count. I've already made a mistake, but I don't care. Can you tell? No, because it's tiny.
No. I love 40 count. I'm addicted.
I did have to turn on another light.
I do it during the day because it is, I don't care even, well, white, I'm okay, but
I was having a hard time doing the sewing method on that.
I don't really like the sewing method on it.
Oh,
So
okay. Which is fine. I do like the coverage with the one. It's nice. I like the way it looks. So
isn't it beautiful?
yeah.
It just feels nice too. I need to order some more because I really need like a soft gray in the 40 count.
Like
There's
that one that I dyed.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's it for my whips.
All right. Well, I have one whip. It's my little church from Little House Needleworks. Town Church is what it's called. So that's it. And actually, after stitching on 40 count, honestly, kind of feels like I'm stitching with crochet thread because this is on 32 count, but I think it's really pretty. I got the tree in, and that's seaweed, which, oh, love that color. And then I changed the red on here to, is it cherry cobbler? I might be using cherry cobbler on this too. I hope I am because I just have it in a basket and I really don't know. So there we go.
Is Seaweed Classic Colorworks?
It's not, it's Weeks.
I don't have that one. That is a pretty
It's
green.
beautiful. It goes from a dark, oh, it's just gorgeous. In fact, I'm going to order a bunch of it to do a one color sampler in. Green's my favorite color.
I don't have any dark greens. I have a lot of good light
Love
green.
it. It's turning out really pretty though. I've changed all the colors on here, I think, except for the roof color. They have it stitched on a tan. So they call for ecru, but on a gray, ecru is very yellow. And I wanted my church to be white. So I'm changing all the colors, but it's going to be really pretty. These are way bigger than I thought. I was thinking ornament for the tree, but it's not. It's going to have to go into a frame, but that's okay because I think it's beautiful. So this is going to be what I'm concentrating on till it's done now. So, and then I need to get back to Hollyberry Farm too. That I'm not going to stop working on, even if, well, let's get real. After Christmas, I'm going to be working on that for a while. So that house is giant, and I want to have it finished. I'm not going to stop until it's done. Even if it's after Christmas, I'm okay with that. It's fun to stitch on. I just haven't had time to do that. So
I did note because I started this before I started this one, and you're right. It does feel like, I mean, the stitches are like almost double the size.
but that's okay. And I mean, when I look at this, well, number one, without my glasses on, I love it. So it's fun to stitch on.
Yeah.
It's certainly easier to stitch on 32 count, but
definitely a better nighttime stitch.
I think so.
think
Well, and that's the only time I've had to do it.
Yeah.
So do you have haul at all?
No. I almost I was kind of flicking through Etsy when I was putting her to bed, thinking, well, maybe I can find a PDF.
It's okay. It's only been a few days.
Like
so I have one piece of haul, which is, I don't even have anything on order, I don't think. So
I have a piece of fabric I'm waiting on, but
it's my Feast of Friendship.
Ooh.
I actually ordered this the 2nd of November, I think. And it was on back order. I wanted to start it on Thanksgiving Day, but yeah. It'll be my Fall Friday stitching, I think, after the holidays. I love it. I want it in my kitchen for next year. I usually decorate for Thanksgiving, I don't know, early September, I think, because I don't do Halloween decorating much. I did in here, but I don't normally. So I'll be able to have this up all fall, and I want it done. Not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna do the house this color. It's a little bit dark for my house.
That
Don't
could
you
stay
think?
out all year.
I think so too. I think so. And I think I'm gonna change the saying on here.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna put peace to friendship, so we'll see. Stay tuned. I'll let you, you'll see what I'm doing. So, but I definitely am gonna start that because I want it in my kitchen and quite possibly all year round.
Yeah,
I think it's beautiful.
it is really pretty.
So I don't have anything on order for stitching or fabric. So I do have one Christmas quilt I was supposed to get started and didn't. So I'll show that.
We've successfully enabled others, but then stopped ourselves this week.
Hey, I had to work, so that takes. I love working, and I'm so thankful that I have this huge clump of houses to do. So, this is the one I'm gonna start Sunday. I have to work all day tomorrow, so as you can see, it's kind of gingham, right? It looks like gingham.
Yeah, it does.
If you can't get this pattern, because a friend of ours from here that watches us and comments all the time, hi Diane, she actually called the company. This is no longer available. She did, and it's not available to print out anymore. And I'm almost positive it was last year. This is some pattern you have to get through your quilt shop. Can you see it? If you look on their website, wilmingtonprints.com, it's actually under basic twin #1. I don't know. It's a pamphlet. These are the things a lot of times you get in quilt shops. If you buy this fabric line or whatever, you can get the pattern for free. At least I worked at a quilt shop and we used to get stuff like this all the time. Yeah, but it is a basic. If you look at it, if you can't get the pattern, it's a basic gingham quilt where the medium color
Irish chain
is an Irish chain. Super easy. Basic quilt. This isn't going to be, this would be a beginner quilt, I would think, but these are tiny squares in the Irish chain, so just a little bit more practice, I think. You'd probably need a good 1/4 inch would be helpful. Now I know Lori Holt has, is it the Farm Girl Vintage 2? Yeah, in the Farm Girl Vintage 2 book, she has all kinds of gingham quilts. So you could get this look from that. Put an Irish chain through if you can't find this pattern. But it's stinking cute. I actually bought this.
I took a look and it's weird. Like you can find links to it and then it like
and their website was really glitchy because she had messaged me and I couldn't even get pictures to pop up at all.
That was the same thing. I saw her message and I was like, well, I'll go on and see what I can dig up.
It was glitchy and a mess.
Right.
So, but I bought the kit, so I actually have the fabric that they did it in. But I bought it last year. I think this will be cute all the way through January. It's really cute. It'll eventually go out in the man cave, but I have to get it done first. So
is it flannel?
It's not flannel. That's what someone else does too. It does. It's got such a pretty suede look to it that it looks flannel. It's cotton, plain cotton.
Are you do flannel on the back?
No, maybe minky.
I was gonna say
Carol.
Yes.
She had done one from Stitching is Elementary. She had shown one with minky on the back. So
she did a quilt in Swell, in the Urban Chicks Swell last year. She did.
Is that what she put the minky on?
Yes. She showed that quilt and I was like, oh.
I think this would be perfect with that on the back. So basically, you have, if you're doing a gingham, you have your light, medium, dark.
Perfect.
I know this is an old line, but I think this year they even had the same designer. Maybe it just had more aqua instead of the red. So you can find
Jennifer
Hugh.
Yeah.
Hugh. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'll be starting. And I'm really sorry that you can't go out and buy this. You can ask your quilt shop, they can get them because I know they can order the pamphlet. but knowing companies, you probably have to order 50 of them. So I don't know. Or get a hold of them, email them and say, hey, I saw this pattern and I want it. So it's cute, but it's basic. You can, I mean, you see right here what it is. I can't give you
Because I
the
saw it on a
dimensions,
website,
but
like a quilt
it
shop.
is on the website
I-
too. So you can go look at that. So
No, a different website. It was like a quilt shop website had it, but it was sold out, and they were selling it for like $2, probably just
oh yeah, so it's not, I mean,
whatever.
in the olden days, if you get on Moda Bake Shop, you might even be able to find something like this. There's free even, there's tons of gingham quilts online, free patterns. A lot of people do
Definitely
them.
cobble
So
something together.
super, super easy. It's going to be really cute because I actually changed some of the fabrics. I'm not using all of the fabrics. So this will be the Irish chain.
Cute.
These aren't the original. And
I love that
then
red.
this, cute. This came in the kit for the binding. And so it's going to be really cute. And I will have the quilt I took in last Saturday to be quilted is done. So I get to pick that. It's done already. So I get to go pick that up tomorrow if I
On the
get back
way to
in
work.
time. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm really excited about that. So I'll be binding a quilt next week too, which is my favorite part of quilting. So
Do you have any stitching plans?
no, just to work on my church. That's going to be, I don't really want to start anything new right now. I want to finish what I have going, and then I'm not Heather, so I really
I'm
want to get
drowning
this.
over here.
There was certain things that this was one of them. And my 2 quilt tops I want to get done because I'm actually going to put my name on the list again. So it takes a month or 2 for them to even call you. So
Which quilt are you gonna?
I think this one.
Oh, okay.
Because I think this will be fun done with snowflakes. I can't do that on my own machine. So I think it'll be cute with snowflakes quilted all over it. So I'm going to try to whip that out and get that done. But
will you keep that out in the winter too, or just Christmas?
Yeah, I think it'll be cute out all of January.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to use this. You guys are going to think I make everything twice. Ordinarily, I will never do anything a second time. But there's a line of fabric that's coming out with birds on it. So I want to, yeah. So I'm going to do this quilt twice, one with the birds and everything for my living room because it's all garden themed in there. So
everybody does that, don't they? If they have a quilt that they like. If it's
I don't think so.
No,
I think a lot of people, they make one and they move on. So, but I tend to do patchworky things, so it's okay to do. Well, I don't care anyway.
For me, I start things and then I move on.
Well, I do a lot of quilts because I have a rack over there with a whole lot of them on there that need to be quilted, but I don't love that part. It's hard. So, so I will get to it. I just, but this one, I think I'm going to have them do it.
You should.
It was really awesome. You just drop it off and they call and say, hey, it's done. So that's kind of cool.
That was really quick too.
It was very quick. I couldn't believe it. I mean, she called me yesterday and said it was done. So I'm excited to go pick that up. What are your stitching plans? Or are you going to start the other 17 that you have piled up back there?
No, I don't think I have any like Christmas starts to do anymore. I think I've
started them all. Snowman.
I have but those I'm waiting for the winter. Like the Brenda Gervais Mr. Marshmallow and the Birds Cold. What else do we have?
I'm trying to think how much we actually got done. See, this is why we started November 1st because I don't know, time just went boom.
How much I got done was this.
No, you got project bags done. You got your little.
True, and I have my own patterns that I stitch up my Etsy shop patterns. Oh, that was what I wanted to show. I finished my Holly Jolly 9 patch. pattern for my Etsy shop. So that's up. All 3 rows are up in my Etsy shop.
So cute.
It's super cute. I think row 3 is my favorite. I don't know. I have a hard time picking, honestly.
I don't know.
I really, really love this one in the corner. And I
really love the
in the middle one.
ornament in the bottom too.
I do too. It turned out really
I
cute.
actually love them all. So
I do too.
are you gonna stitch that for me?
No. Not even stitching it for me at this point. I have row 1 done. I was like, I can't wait to see you finish it. And I'm like,
I was really hoping to get my quilt started this week, but I don't know. I don't know my Christmas present came early. That took up one day.
Yeah.
Because I got a new rug for my living room and I have a lot of giant furniture, so
and it's just you two at the house.
Yeah, it's 2 old people moving stuff and trying to, and it wasn't hard in the living room, but to bring the living room rug into this room, I have giant furniture everywhere, cabinetry, it all had to go under that, and it almost killed my husband, so this rug's here to stay. Whatever. It looks really beautiful and it keeps.
Where'd you put your other rug?
It's in here. The big one from my living room.
That was in the craft room to begin with.
It's rolled up in the hallway at the moment. So
where are you putting it?
That's gonna go in the man cave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was very
I would have put that in our bedroom, just saying.
Oh, well, you might be able to.
Well,
it was very farmhousey.
Match my bedroom.
It would be perfect in there.
Pretty in there.
So think about it.
I mean, if you're giving it up, I will take it. Yes. But then
it's sitting in the hallways.
So. And we got to move the baby into her own room. It's a whole thing.
That won't happen anytime.
It needs to.
When she's in kindergarten, maybe.
We get a sleep machine tomorrow. So if that's something.
That will be the miracle worker that makes it all better. Yeah. That's not going to change her mother at all, but she'll be okay.
Except for what it could do is keep me and my husband awake because it's like a noisemaker, red light, diffuser.
Good Lord, no. I don't like it. I don't like noise. I can't even handle, I don't like the light on either. So, although we used to fall asleep to the candlelight and I love that. And I want to do that again with the lantern, but we'll see.
Battery candlelight, not real candlelight.
Oh yeah. I have really bad, kind of allergies to candles and I can't burn real candles, unfortunately. I wish I could, but I get migraines from them now. It's one of the lovely things about getting older.
Me too now, because I used to have a cat that was allergic to them. And so
that's true.
For years and years, I couldn't burn them.
All right. So I think that's about it.
Did I say what my safety plans are? No.
No, I don't know. Sorry, we're not very lively at night. We're winging it.
I might work on this one.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that's cute. You should be working on that one.
I think I will work on this one.
You kind of flunked out of the Jolly Housewives.
A little bit. I made it my own.
Okay, so here's the deal. When we say we have plans, it's just a kind of a rough draft. So we're going to get.
No, we said we have plans to start all this stuff and that we wouldn't get it all done.
I didn't get a lot of stuff started. I don't know where it was just November 1st. I don't know. Felt like last week. So
it's like, this is like our mania.
We
haven't done Mania. We haven't done Jolly July where like everybody starts all that stuff. This is kind of like my rough draft of that where I got all this stuff started that I just need to work on. And I've thought about maybe like needing to make goals to get stuff done, but then I don't want it to be like that for me.
If you tell me something has to be done, I'm probably
It's not fun.
I love my job because
Put it
it's
that way.
basically on call and it says, okay, so you have a house to do in 2 days. That's what I like. I like kind of whatever.
Yeah, I'll
you know.
definitely be working on this one. It's really, really cute.
It's really, really cute. Why
And
didn't I
my daughter loves Santa Claus, so I think she'll like
Why
it.
didn't I start that one? I'm trying to be the one that actually doesn't start all the things so Heather can.
Okay, you can use that as an excuse all you want.
I'm trying.
It's a little bit overwhelming.
I don't like that feeling. I
don't know. I really don't care.
I have one very large sampler that I'm working on. Well, no, that I worked on that needs to be done right after the first of the year. I actually started it like 4 years ago, but there was an issue why I didn't do that. And I think I only have 2 other things that I'm working on. I just don't do that because I know I really, really had a hard time not starting this the other day.
I think I have 14 whips that I've started this Christmas time.
14?
I think so. That's why I told you I need to do a whip parade. I have a lot of them. I have 2, I guess just 2 from the Veronique. Anjanje.
And I haven't even started one.
That's how you say her name.
You did? You did
the. No, I didn't do Google. I just asked Mac.
Oh, her husband speaks French.
Not like fluently, but he's been to
Paris
a few times.
Yeah, and he took
in college.
French, so.
Yes.
What was I gonna say? The reason we wanted to start all this Christmas stuff is I really didn't have any. I had that one Christmas thing that I've made. I tended to not do Christmas just because I felt like I had just started stitching again and I really wanted stuff up all the time. And when I do fall things, I leave fall up for a long time because I decorate, early September. So that's up until Thanksgiving usually. So Christmas I had bought a few things, but nothing. Just that one little
pajama pants.
just the one little snow thing that I showed. Did I show that last week or whatever? Or a couple Flosstubes.
The little snow frame.
Yeah, that's the only one I've done. So I figured if we started a bunch of stuff, then we could work on it during the year, and then next year
That's how I feel.
Because I keep seeing all these people's. They have so many Christmas things. And they're so beautiful.
Well, I'm the opposite of you, really, where I just kind of recently restarted cross stitching, and I'm more like I want seasonal stuff and not necessarily. It's not that I don't want stuff up, like everyday stuff up. It's just that I'm kind of in the middle of deciding. I don't know. I'm having like an identity crisis with how I want my house to look. You know what I mean?
I pretty much know how I want mine done. So
yeah.
I don't have a lot of wall space, but there's certain things that I really want done. The big one I started, maybe I'll show that next time. That'll get me going.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually a free pattern online. I saw it when I first started watching Flosstube. Was that like 4 years ago or something?
That's another one. There's a freebie I want to start too.
And it's beautiful, and I want it in my bedroom. So I'll show it next time. I'll show it next week.
Yeah.
And then
it'll next week because it's going to be
pull some stuff out of it. So
yeah, because it's going to be Christmas this week, and you're working a lot, and we might not get a lot of stitching done. I think we'll just do a whip parade.
Okay.
I mean, I've got 14 alone for just the Christmas time, and maybe I'll try and put a few stitches in some of those.
I think once I knock out one of my whips, I'll have 2. No, maybe 3. I have an Easter one. So
you got all of the Halloween ones done that you started?
Yeah. All of my fall ones I finished. So, And what else okay, so someone was asking, when we buy fabric,
Yes.
what we buy. So jumping back over to quilting a little bit.
Yes.
If I don't buy, I have just started buying kits. I mentioned before that I pre-wash all my fabric. So whether you pre-wash or what is that called? Starch. You need to pre-shrink your fabric. It's cotton, it shrinks. So anyway, that's my opinion, but I wholeheartedly believe that. I worked in a quilt shop. The two disasters I saw both resulted from not
Pre-shrinking somehow, yeah.
pre-shrinking and a red and white quilt. That's all I'm going to say. It was horrible. So anyway, off my little soapbox there. So I pre-shrink my fabric. You can starch it, whatever you're going to do, but just get in the habit. If you're a new quilter, it's good to do from the beginning. I come from a sewing background. I've made clothes. I have made custom slipcovers, you name it. If you don't pre-shrink that fabric somehow, whether you starch it or washing it,
yeah,
it's a good habit to get into. Anyway, so with that, I've just started buying kits, and the kits have to be where I can wash them. And so I'll just buy what is needed for a pattern. Because she was asking what we kind of do when we're collecting fabrics. If
I think she's a new quilter, I believe.
Right, she's a new quilter. So
now sewing. If
I'm just collecting fabric, I want to say that I usually try to stick kind of with half yards. That because, and I never used to buy fat quarters, and the only time usually I'll buy a fat quarter for the most part is if they're in bundles and you're getting the whole line. Or sometimes when you order on Etsy, that's how they sell it. They sell it fat. But when you buy a fat quarter, you're paying a lot more per yard because you're paying for them to cut it. So you can figure out what 4 times, some of them are 350 or whatever. You're paying a lot more per yardage that way. I'm pretty frugal when it comes to collecting fabric. So I tend to, I'd say mostly start with half yards. If you really love it, I don't know, a yard, I'd say. If you, I don't know. I usually have something in mind. Now, I didn't used to. Like I said, I worked in a quilt shop. So I think I pretty much stuck to half yards. That's how I did it. You can pay more and get fat quarters. They're really cute. They always have them folded up really cute. And if that's what you want to do. But I found if I needed, it just seemed a little bit short for me for some reason when I would go to do other, put them together into a quilt. So I have quite the collection for a swoon. It calls for fat quarters to do it, but I bought half yards. And you're price wise, it's not that much different because you're paying so much for a fat quarter. A lot of times you'll go into a quilt shop and their fat quarters now are $3.75. What does that work out to? A lot per yard.
That's almost $16 a yard.
Yeah, and you can, I think, $10.99, $11.99 a yard. So to me, if you're just starting out and you're wanting to kind of build up a stash, it's more economical to buy half yards, in my opinion. So
unless you can, I'm really cheap and I can find Etsy.
Well, and a lot, like on Etsy, sometimes they'll sell them, the fat quarters, and they are reasonable and they don't run their yardage up to $16 a yard, and then I would do it.
Yes, but definitely like in person, I have noticed that it's a lot more expensive.
It's a lot more expensive, and especially if you're just starting out and you're trying to build up a little collection of fabrics. Right. I think more economical to buy half yards because you're basically paying half of whatever their yardage is. And you're not paying that extra charge that they're charging to basically cut it in half and half again. So anyway, I hope that answers your question. That is pretty much what I do. But I have been buying, honestly, I've bought a couple fat quarter bundles.
Yeah.
And I haven't worked out what that's going to be, but you're getting the whole line of fabric. So, and then I was able to throw it into a fat quarter quilt very easily that way. And I had quite a few left over, but economically
I do a
probably not.
lot of,
But
I prefer scrappy stuff. And so I do a lot of quarter yards. I used to. I have a lot of quarter yards, and some of them are fat quarters because of we have a quilt shop here that I'm not sure if they do it anymore, but they would have a sale every year where what you could fit into that Ziploc baggie, remember, of their
oh
fat
yeah, but that wasn't
flat rate.
it wasn't quarter yards, it was fat quarters.
No, yes, fat quarter. That's what I'm saying. I do have fat quarters from that. I got a lot of my reproduction fabrics that way, my like 30s Aunt Gracie or whatever.
And that is a good time to do it. Watch your local quilt shops because they'll have them a lot of times $1 or $2 off. So,
Yeah.
and they'll just try to clear them all out. And that would be a good time to get your fat quarters if you want to, that
Especially
kind
if
of
you like scrappier.
Yeah. And we both like scrappy. I'm just very frugal when it comes to collecting fabric. I have a lot, and one day I'll do I don't know, we'll see.
We'll get her to do a tour.
You don't want to see in my closet. I have 2 dressers filled with fabric, and I look all around, there's fabric, but and you will see fat quarters because I do that. But as a rule, if you're wanting to know what I normally do, it's half yards.
Yeah.
I think that's a good rule of thumb. If you're okay, so like my Lori Holt fabric that I love, because I've bought a lot of half yards. So if I use the fat quarter, then I still have a fat quarter left to use on something else. So
because she has a sickness.
I do. I have a sickness. It's not a bad thing, but I do. I like it. So
well, I bought her Be Basic backgrounds, the white. I think I did half yards on those, if not full yards.
And I think it's just I love fat quarters. They're fun, and there's so many different patterns for them, but because you buy a half yard doesn't mean you can't do a fat quarter quilt. So, and then you'll still have leftovers
right
for whatever else. But I think, was there any? Oh, and we've been watching. Thank you for leaving your channels down in the comments. I watched Rosebud Stitcher. She's awesome. I'm not quite sure, 7 or 9 different videos, so I'm kind of working my way through that. She does a lot of beautiful things. Just because stitching merit, I've been watching her since she's began filming, I think. So I think we're looking forward to her next video coming out soon, I think she said. And it's just BEE, like the bumblebee.
Oh yeah,
yeah, watch her. The back wall behind her is beautiful. She's got all these beautiful little mini quilts. And who was the other lady we watched? Tammy.
Yeah.
You were supposed to write that down. Country. Hold on, she'll get it real quick. Watched her too, so let us know. And there was someone else that left a comment today that we'll get
Daphne
to. Daphne Chamberlain.
She left a comment today that she has a new YouTube channel, so we have to check her out.
We'll check her out. I'll check her out on Sunday. I don't have time tomorrow, so I wish I could watch Flosstube while I was working.
Yeah, you totally could.
No, I totally couldn't.
Why?
What?
On your phone?
No.
Man?
I like to actually watch. Huh?
Oh, I can't. I mean, I do sometimes, but
no, I have to actually watch.
Like Chicklet, it's tough. Creative Country Girl, TB Tammy.
I watched it. I'm sorry.
Country Girl TV is her name. Okay, it's her Flosstube name.
And I think she's got a few videos out now too. So.
And then of course Lisa Abby's Needleworks. She commented too.
Oh, watch her home tour, Lisa Abbey Needleworks.
Oh, I haven't had a chance. Is it Christmas?
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Okay.
incredible decorator. So you got to check her out. She's awesome.
Oh, and then like we said before, stitching is elementary. She
Yeah.
showed off some really beautiful quilts. She's working on Christmas quilts that you enabled her. Well, no, she has a different one that she'd already started. And then I
Yeah,
think
she
she
does.
bought
She's
fabric because of you, the Oh Dear Christmas.
except for now, I have to go buy. I have
More
some of this.
swell for the quilt that she made. I was like, I can't possibly buy more of this flipping fabric.
It's gonna go into our Christmas
I just
box.
love the pattern that she.
It's just basic
I know. It just looked
quarter
awesome.
triangles. So.
And then stitching with the waves, of course.
Oh, of course.
There was something else I was gonna. Oh yes. Oh, and then we had one more question last week about the sign that my mom made her gingerbread. She made a vinyl cutout gingerbread sign on her Cricut. Someone is asking for the SKU on that frame that she used from Hobby Lobby. This one here. And the SKU on that is 1440965, and that's actually on sale for $9 right now. And the one she used is like almost 12 by 19, basically, like 11 3/4 by 18 5/16 inches. If you wanted,
I would have taken it down, but I have it. I have it behind my stove with command strips, the Velcro kind, and I'm afraid and it's hanging just fine. I told my husband, if you hear something crash, because I have all tile in the back, if you hear something crash in the middle of the night, that's what it is. Don't have a heart attack on me, because it would hit my stove and oh my gosh, it would be so
it would
loud.
be really loud.
So I didn't want to pull it off there because it's the Velcro kind. Yeah, I wanted to stay up through Christmas, so
Yeah.
I didn't.
No, just check out our last video if you want to check that out. It's really cute.
It turned out really cute, and I loved walking in the kitchen and seeing it. Really,
did you post a picture on Instagram of that?
I don't think so.
You should.
But I was talking to Brenda on Instagram, and I think it was, yeah, I'm sure it was her.
And the cereal starter?
And oh yes, it was, because she showed me a sign and like, what am I going to put there next? So I've kind of been looking what I'm going to. Yeah. So now I have to make a new sign back there for after Christmas.
Are you doing a winter one or just like more of a Christmas or a kitchen one?
I think a kitchen one. Hers says Bon Appetit.
Oh, cute.
Okay. I hate.
My mom doesn't cook.
I'm retired from cooking. My children had dinner on the table every single night growing up. You have to admit.
Yes.
Yeah, no. It's just me and my husband, and I like to make soup. We might find a soup factory sign or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't love it. It's why I can actually have a vinyl sign back there, because I don't, I cook. I do cook, but I kind of
not like a lot of steamy stuff that's gonna.
I don't do stuff like that. But anyway, so I can have something that's kind of, I don't want to say fragile, because they're really not, but they're not going to get gross.
Right, or greasy or anything.
So I have to find something bakery or something. I don't bake anymore. I mean, I can. I don't need to be eating baked goods all the time, so I just don't. But so I have to do that. And then she's like, I was telling her I was gonna do the gingerbread village next year. I do have that started, but I hate the fabric, so that is not going to be done.
That's a Little House Needleworks one.
Yeah, the little, and so I'm gonna hang it in my kitchen in a specific place, and then I'm thinking, well, but if I do that, and I was telling her about this, then I'm going to have to put something else, or I think she even asked me, what are you going to put there next? And I'm like, I don't know.
What's wrong with it just being gingerbread all year round?
No. But I'm going to do a prairie schooler, and that will be something I might start next week. So.
Wait, for where? Weren't we talking about the gingerbread sign?
Yeah, because I was telling her where I'm going to hang this gingerbread sign I'm going to do next year, but where I'm going to put
it. The cross stitch one.
Right under I have 2 open shelves in my dining room, and then I'm going to hang the gingerbread underneath there. I have very, very, very little I know I say this a lot, very little wall space in my house. In here I have more, but the rest of the house I don't. So I have this little bit of space and I'm thinking,
Don't jump down there.
I need to start the prairie schooler that I want in my kitchen. So that I may start next week. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. So I am exhausted and
Me
I've got to drive 2 hours to a house tomorrow. So I am going to say
Hold on a second. There was
have a wonderful
Oh, that was it.
Christmas.
Yes, be
Did you
safe.
find something?
Huh?
Did you?
No, it was that sign. As you just talked about it, like I forgot that that's what I was talking about.
Oh, anyway, so have a wonderful Christmas.
Yes.
Be safe, be happy.
Be healthy.
Goes without saying.
Yeah.
And we will see you.
But hold on, don't forget to follow us.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Subscribe to our channel. We will be back next Saturday on the 26th.
In the morning and when we're actually awake.
Hopefully. And I'll have a lovely whip parade for you because I'm a maniac. And follow us.
Is mine going to be a parade if there's only one thing?
You'll just be like the fire truck at the end.
Okay, the caboose.
Yeah, there you go. Follow us on Instagram. I'm at White House Stitchery. She's at Carly Court Cottage. And then I'm on Etsy. Don't pull that down. My cat's crazy. At White House Stitchery also.
Oh, and we want to say thank you. We hit our 1,500 subscriber. So we'll be doing a giveaway after the first of the year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Time has just gotten away from me. I don't know if everybody else feels the same way. Because we had planned on it, but there's no way we can get that in before. And we'll do a giveaway on our January 2nd. Is that the we'll do when we do our plans for the new year, we'll have a giveaway then. So
yeah, that's a good idea.
We'll let you know. But thank you so much for watching us. We've had a lot of fun doing this, sharing our, I don't know, whatever.
Talking to you in the comments.
Yeah, and we really have. It's been wonderful meeting people this
like they direct, what is that, DM? They DM me on Instagram and we talk.
It's wonderful.
Really fun.
I feel like we're really getting to know people and that's why we wanted to do this. It's been very motivating. I've gotten more done in the last month and a half than I had for a very long time. So I told you. Oh, she's horrible. Absolutely. She's cute and the softest kitty cat, but oh my Lord, she's awful. She's terrible. All right, so Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you December 26th.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye.